Welcome to the Sports That Podcast. Joey Alfieri and Simon Tsalikis with you again. And it's Thursday, which means it's Thursday Night Football. And I know that we do all these. So far, every episode we've done has been about hockey, more specifically the Montreal Canadiens. But I think on Thursdays, Simon, I think Thursdays becomes like a general sports show because the people are asking for it. And I think we'll focus a lot on NFL football. Are you okay with this?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Okay, good. Because I don't know why our crew is laughing here, but there's a lot of good things have been happening.
Thanks for asking about the NFC North leaders, Chicago
but
Bears.
But that's exactly where I'm going. Give me a second.
It's crazy. What are we doing here?
Give me a second.
What are we doing here?
No, Tsalikis, give me a
14.
second. Yes. Week 14 is yes. Is this
Lions
week 14?
Cowboys.
Lions Cowboys is week 14.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in a second. But this is where I wanted to give you your platform. I said things are happening to you. Like the Canadians, pretty good.
Very content.
Right? Happy with the Canes.
Yeah.
Very much in the mix.
My basketball team is excellent.
The Lakers are excellent. Your Chicago Bears ruling the NFC North with an iron fist, as you like to say. So I don't even have a question for you. Go ahead.
Thanks for asking.
How surprised? Okay, but were you surprised that they hadn't? Forget the first place,
No.
but like that they handled the Eagles.
No, I was very surprised that the Eagles that we've watched play football, even in the Eagles, Joey, the struggle is real offensively, right? Jalen Hurts not looking like, forget Jalen Hurts. I think he's easily, you can, if you're an Eagles fan, you pick on Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley, the guy was putting up arguably the greatest year a running back has ever had in this league. They've been playing football for 200 years, and he is a shadow of the man he was last year. So I got to say this, very surprised at the Bears. They beat up a bully, man. They absolutely ate up the Eagles' front four. They absolutely ate up the Eagles' front seven. Joe, they rushed for over 200 and something yards. You know, it was absolutely ridiculous. The physicality, which is something that the Bears have done this year, but not to that extent. Are they as good as their record indicates? Time will tell. I don't like the who have they beaten. I think that's just ignorant commentary. I look at teams around the league, right? The Carolina Panthers picked up a massive win against the Rams.
Don't talk about my Panthers.
I'm not going to talk about it. They're 7-6. But they have a loss against the Saints.
Yeah.
Like, don't they wish they had that? Like, if it's so easy to win, then they beat the Saints. And you know what? They're not 7-6. They're 8-5. That's a completely different record. So in the National Football League, we saw the movie. It's literally any given Sunday. Things can happen. So you beat who you beat. But I'll say this about the Bears. It's very simple. The game has changed like never before, and I'm very happy to have Ben Johnson as the head coach of the Bears. Yeah. And their offense is cool, and it's pretty, and it's fun to watch, just like it was in Detroit. I think what they do in San Francisco when they're hitting, what they do with the Rams when they're hitting, it's a special offense, right? But that's not the Bears. The Bears have certain things that never go out of style. Elite, not a good, an elite O-line, an elite running game, a quarterback that doesn't turn over the football, pretty athletic and decent at wide receiver, very athletic, very young, very aggressive at the tight end position, and a defense that you can move the sticks on. Now they're getting healthy, you can move the sticks on them, but they lead the National Football League in takeaways. Like that's never been
That's big.
That's never not been cool to do, right? So you add up all these things, and you have yourself a very good 8-3 team that will be tested by the Packers twice. I believe they have a date against the Lions as well. So it's tough sledding ahead, but very impressed with what they did on Friday afternoon. They ran it down the throat of the Philadelphia Eagles.
I've seen the Bears play a couple times this year. Like I'm not a fan of any team in particular. So I'll just watch whatever game I think is the best at any given moment, and sometimes that's the Chicago Bears. So I've seen why it's working, and it's fantastic. I'm curious, as somebody who watches them week in and week out, where you've seen the biggest growth when it comes to Caleb Williams. Because, already last year, people were talking, like, this is why the NFL is funny. And I'm not saying Jaden Daniels is going to be bad, because obviously he just ran into some injury trouble. They went to the NFC title game last year. But after a year, everybody's like, oh, shoot, the Bears took the wrong quarterback. And now all of a sudden, it's like, it's the Commanders that have struggled, and it's Jaden Daniels that isn't healthy. And they came back, and credit to Marcus Mariota. I saw a lot of the Sunday Nighter, and it was terrific. It was gutsy, and if he can get it over Benito's head, it's a walk-in touchdown for, I think it was McNichols. But they were right there. But now you fast forward and how things have changed in 1 year. And the NFL is just funny that way. But a long-winded way of asking you, like, what have you seen from Caleb Williams?
Culture.
Caleb Williams?
I think that with the Ben Johnson has brought in an attitude and a philosophy that this is about practicing right and getting it right. Two coaches that I wanted to coach the Bears. One, Ben Johnson, is because I thought he was brilliant in Detroit with X's and O's. Yeah. You got yourself a young quarterback. Roman Dunze is a young wide receiver. Cole Kmet.
And I'll say this, Detroit offensively this year, I mean, no, they're not the same.
No, I think Laporte is a massive loss for them. I just Goff love to go to him.
Sure, but even if you look at Jameson Williams and like they paid Jameson Williams before the start of the year, and going into their bye week a couple of years ago, goose egg. And I know he had a goose egg a couple weeks ago as well.
The head coach took away the play calling responsibilities. Yeah. So there was the X's and O's of Ben Johnson. My concern about Ben Johnson was going to be able to turn over the culture of a team that loses very often. And the other coach that I absolutely loved had nothing to do with X's and O's and had everything to do with culture was Mike Vrabel. Yeah. Well, lucky enough for Bears fans that they got the X's and O guy and they got the culture guy. It's culture, Joey. It's just about responsibility, accountability, and I think that resonates with the quarterback. He tries not to take sacks.
Culture's a real thing, man. Culture's a real thing. I don't care what people say. Culture's a real thing.
When you you look at it, who's the best culture we've seen in football in the last 20 years? There's only one. It's the Patriots.
Yeah.
Great owner, great head coach, great quarterback. If you check off all three of those boxes, you're in really good shape.
Yeah. From an Eagles standpoint, the Eagles are another team that I've seen a lot this year. And they're another team. Like you talked about Ben Johnson leaving. I mean, they lost Kellen Moore, who was their OC, who ended up going to New Orleans and taking the head coaching job there. And we knew that New Orleans was going to be a rebuild. They don't have a quarterback or anything like that. But they have Kevin Patullo now, and poor guy. You see what your team did to him, man? Now his house got egged in Philadelphia. That's crazy, man.
Shocking. Philly fans not acting classy. This is quite shocking. Bum, bum, bum. Breaking news.
Yeah.
No,
but that offense looks different. The passing game doesn't look great, and Saquon Barkley hasn't been as good. And
I don't want to pick on Philly fan here. I'll even show you a private conversation with my friend who is a hardcore Philly fan.
I'm good, thanks.
And I told him, your head coach is not good. The roster is excellent.
The coordinators, in fairness, have a lot of success in Philly, but they must be very hands-on. So many guys want to be head coaches.
Great owner.
Yeah.
Probably the best general manager in football.
Yeah, Howie Roseman's great.
I don't want to, like Sirianni, I'm going to sit here and pick on him. They were 10-1 2 years ago, Joey. They lost, I think, the last 6 games in a row, and they lost
apart. And there was talk that he'd be out
in the last week of the season. The last game of the season, the Cowboys won. They lost. Cowboys took the division. Yeah. I think they got bounced by the Rams. So
something like that sounds familiar.
We're 2 years removed from an epic meltdown. Now, of course, they come back the following year and they win a Super Bowl. All credit to him. But I just think that from a coaching perspective, when things go sour, go off the rails, he's simply in a season, in an in-game season, he doesn't know how to figure things out. I watched that game against the Bears, man. The guy was just pacing, and I don't know what he was doing. I just up and down, up and down. I know you like it. He's got the Italian flag on the thing, so you're never going to be critical of him. I totally understand that, and I respect that. But Sirianni has to be a better coach. Yeah. And I think right now, getting the run game going is number one.
Does the kid in Kansas City, does he have the Greek flag anywhere?
That's a great question. He should.
He doesn't, though, so that's why you're jealous. That's why you're taking a shot at me.
Are players allowed?
I don't think so. Yeah. Do they have on the back of the helmet? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
No,
you can't. You can rep a country.
Can you?
Yeah, because Jaden Daniels has Japan on the back.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. That's cool. I'll check.
I'm pretty sure Jaden Daniels represents Japan in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, good for him. Nice. That's pretty cool.
So you just
greatest Japanese quarterback ever, clearly.
I don't know,
man. The trivia question is, name the only Japanese quarterback to win the Heisman Trophy. Your answer is?
Maternal great-grandmother is Japanese.
The only quarterback in NFL history to have a Japanese maternal grandparent and win a Heisman is?
This guy.
There you go, Jaden Daniels. Well done.
Absolutely.
I still love that Eagles roster. They just need to figure things out.
Yeah, they're really good. I mean, they're good. It's a very good roster. Yeah. They're the defending Super Bowl champs, but when you go through these, you change offensive coordinators sometimes. It's just
banged up on the O-line as well.
Yeah, and they're banged up. It's not the same. And I think naturally there was going to be some regression with Saquon Barkley. I didn't think it would be to this point. There's been an AJ Brown fiasco here.
I don't like
very
that.
public.
I didn't like that AJ Brown came out and said it in public, but he's right. You got to fix this in week 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can't try to figure this thing out in week 16 and 17.
It's very wide receiver behavior to do this on social media.
But what he said was accurate. This is not. We're not playing well. We're not moving the ball.
Yeah.
Fix it now, and they still haven't. Because it's been a couple of weeks that he said that, right?
Yeah, we'll see on Eagles. We'll see where this goes. I still think they can get it on the rails, but my confidence is starting to wane. Before we get into Cowboys and Lions, I did want to take. I took some time to watch this game on Sunday, so I just wanted to make sure that we got in. And I haven't seen them a ton. I've been following from a distance, but Dave Canales and the Carolina Panthers, man, like. Watching that game, I'm like, okay, like Bryce Young, I get it, undersized quarterback, first overall, was benched at some point. But Simon, dude threw a touchdown pass in the second half on 4th and 3 to Jalen Coker, 4th and 2 to Tedero McMillan.
That kid's a beast.
Like on 4th down, the guy's dropping dimes. And they go
Against
out there.
Good Rams defense.
Yeah, a
Against
really good Rams defense.
defense.
Yeah, they're really, really good. And they forced turnovers of Matthew Stafford. They got the big fumble at the end. He threw some picks. Like the Carolina Panthers, I know it's 7-6, but this is a massive turnaround. I feel like not enough people are talking about. I guess not sexy to talk about Dave Canales, but Dave Canales is a really sharp guy. Like. Got Baker Mayfield to play at an extremely high level in Tampa Bay when his confidence was in the toilet. He had bounced around the NFL a little bit. Now goes to Carolina, takes on the Bryce Young project, and all of a sudden the Carolina Panthers are 7-6. Like this is a really good story that national mainstream media are not talking enough about because I'm impressed at 7-6. That's a big boy win in terrible conditions, in wet conditions on Sunday.
Win against the Packers as well in Green Bay.
Yeah,
and it's funny that we go back to. It doesn't matter who you beat; you need a W. Right now, if they don't make the playoffs, they're not staring at a loss against Tampa Bay. They're staring a loss against the New Orleans Saints. That's a game that they should win. I just want you to know that on the morning show this week, when we mentioned the head coaches that perhaps coach of the year, I said let's see how it finishes with Dave Canales before we give it to Vrabel and Johnson because
I think it's going to be Mike Vrabel. I mean that's the sexy pick, and he's gotten them turned around.
He's gotten them turned around, but. Joey, it's not hard to turn around the Patriots. You know what I mean? Like, winning in New England should be standard. When you go and you win in Carolina...
They've overhauled, like, the Patriots from the winning program they had. They've overhauled everything.
It's the template and the structure is in place.
But I'll be honest with you,
Carolina,
I know they were the trendy pick, but I didn't think they had the skill positions to be as successful as they've been.
They run the ball well, and we'll see. I do believe at some point in a very meaningful game, you're going to have to get something out of your wide receivers. And if I'm the Patriots, I'm very concerned that these guys...
Sean Boutte, you don't believe?
Stephon Diggs, your boy.
Yeah. My boy.
I don't know if that's going to be enough when push comes.
Do you ever party with Stephon Diggs?
I have never partied with. Isn't he dating or somebody?
Cardi B.
Cardi B. It's one of your favorites.
He has a few children. I think he's got multiple children on the way. Right now.
Mazel tov.
I've got just one, and that's a lot for me right now.
Yeah.
I'm juggling a lot of different things.
Shout
out to my son because he's great, but it's I'm just now starting to catch up on sleep, man.
Good. Doesn't get easier, by the way.
No.
It's
It's gotten better. I gotta say, from the 18-month point on, it's gotten a little bit better.
That stuff gets easier. There's gonna be something else. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but you have daughters, though.
It's the curveballs.
Oh, really? Like when you actually have to parent?
Yamamoto.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're Yamamoto. I'm like some number 9 hitter for whatever team. That's what it's like.
You have 1 minute to talk to me about the Dallas Cowboys. And the offense playing well. Dak Prescott's playing really, really well. They got a big win last week.
Nobody wants to play them, Joe.
Against the Chiefs. It's just, are they going to get enough stops? Like, that's the question to me.
They need 2.
Yep. But right now they don't. But at some point, when it gets deeper in December,
you're
fighting
for a playoff spot. If you're fighting for a playoff spot, the last team you want to see right now on the NFC side is the Dallas Cowboys offense. Because they'll say, listen, we plan on getting 0 stops. The only thing is, the moment you want to settle for a field goal, you're done. Yeah. There's 2 great 11s. I think there's 2 great 11s in football. Maybe a little bit more so, but 2 elite 11s. The Dallas Cowboys offense and the Houston Texans defense are very very angry individuals. Okay? Those are the 2 right there.
Yeah.
But the Dallas Cowboys right now, if you're the Lions and you're beat up, no Amari St. Brown, no Laporta, okay, you become one-dimensional, a little bit easier to defend. And the Cowboys on the other side of the field, it's funny because the Lions are the guys that play the game. Let's get to 38 first. Not the Lions. The Cowboys are exactly what they don't want rolling into whatever the football field is called. Ford Field?
Ford Field.
There you go.
Tsalikis, it was fun. First ever NFL podcast. That was very good, and you got to talk about your Chicago Bears. So congrats.
Let's keep doing that, Joey. I think there's a beeline to success. Just keeping it on.
You didn't bring your Chicago Bears helmet today.
I forgot.
The Jim McMahon one. Anyway, Tsalikis, thank you. We'll be back tomorrow with a very special interview. We're actually going to talk to former Montreal Canadiens first rounder Louis LeBlanc tomorrow. Looking forward to doing that on the Sports Step podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you watch on YouTube, and make sure you listen to it. Like, watch it and then listen to it on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Take it easy, Tsalikis. We'll see you tomorrow.